Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking on this video. Hope y'all are doing good. Just here, wanted to give kind of an update on what's going on, which is not much, other than the fact that I'm not in as much pain. I still feel it. Still hurts when I cough. Sometimes it hurts more than others, but it's not as intense. It's not as uncomfortable when I walk, so that's good. I had to change the appliance the other day when I was nervous about it. I didn't know if I was gonna hurt it or feel any pain when I would put pressure on my stomach or anything like that, just from the pressure of holding my skin down while I'm pulling the bag off, you know. But no, it didn't bother me, which is good. I have to change it again today too, so we'll see. But it should be fine. I am nervous about tomorrow. Tomorrow is my consultation with the surgeon to discuss a possible surgery, not only to, get rid of or take care of the hernia, but maybe do my colostomy reversal as well. I don't know. This week I've been trying to not think about it and not stress about it. And I have to say that I do feel better. It's still bothersome and frustrating, and it's not a great feeling, of course, having to go through surgeries to take care of this stuff. But there's so much worse happening in this world, and I'm so grateful for like I said, what I do have and what I'm able to deal with. It's not as bad of as definitely as a lot of things that are happening in this world, and so I don't want to be on here just sounding just like a complaining jerk when there's so much worse happening out there. So just with time, and like I said, trying not to think about it and not dwell and because it's pretty hard not to think about something like that, but I didn't maybe let my mind just kind of just stay there in that kind of stressful high anxiety place. Like I said, thinking about the things that are happening in this world, and I'm just like, okay, it's gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. You've gotten through some really difficult stuff in the past already with this, and just in general in life, and so I'm gonna say positive, and at least not this bubbly, like, oh my god, I'm not trying to fake pretend like I'm not upset or that I'm not stressed. But what I mean is, I'm not, for myself, for people who might know me, I could tend to dwell and stay stuck on something, and that could really cause a lot of physical pain and frustration for myself. And I don't want to do that this time. I just kind of want to keep a more level-headed thought process, and just more logical, and not just letting myself kind of spiral or not. And that's all internal. I do a lot of this stuff internally, so no one might see it, but I feel it. Someone who might know me might see it. My partner will see it. He's very in tune with what I'm kind of going through or whatever. Like, he notices things, so he would notice. So yeah, I'm just trying to, I just want to be a little bit more positive, and I'm going to get through this. It's just going to happen. And yeah. So yeah, that is tomorrow. We'll see what he says. And I'll let y'all know. But on the flip side of that, so me and my partner have been engaged for a while. But things have kept happening, especially in the last 2 years with COVID and then my diagnosis. We just didn't have the time, the energy, I didn't just, yeah, the money to be able to have a wedding. And so we pushed it back, and we finally had a date. And especially after my second surgery, just thinking everything was good, but then now this is happening, and so we don't want to continue to keep pushing it back. And being that my second surgery was a little bit more intense, the doctors did mention an issue with my heart, and so which had them nervous. So I'm nervous because something had happened. I could just not wake up from this thing. And I want to make sure that my partner doesn't have any issues with my money and things, the property that's in, things that I have that are in my name, that he, that not only do I want him to have, whether we were married or not, but that are his, that I like I said, I want him to have. So we decided to just get an appointment at the courthouse, get the license, and then the same day do the ceremony there. So that is happening. That is happening April 26th. I will officially be off the market and married. I am going to be probably taking his last name. I originally thought, when we originally got our license, like a year and a half, like a while ago, like I said, we were going to do this thing. I believe I was going to hyphenate my last name. I can't drop my middle name when I do the name change. So, Daniel, my middle name, blank, blank. But I personally thought about just taking his last name. So one, it's not such a long name. Two, even if I did hyphenate it, knowing that my last name is still in there and legal, part of my legal name, I would probably just still continue to sign my first and my current last name. I think the only way I would truly adapt his last name is if I just dropped my last name. I don't want it that long either. And I know it's very heterosexual of us to be getting married, and or very heterosexual of us to be changing our last names. It's two guys, so what do you do? And some people, one of them will just take the last name of the other. They won't change their last names, just keep their last names, or hyphenate in some way, or and there's a few reasons I think why it would be more beneficial for us. Like, I wouldn't want him to just solely take my last name. It would either be hyphenate or redo his last name. And for me, how I feel about that is, I know his grandfather was an important figure in his life, and I think a great way to honor him in a way would be to keep his name in the family. There's plenty of males on his side of the family, so there's not going to be a shortage of that last name by any means, but neither it is on mine. There's I got a few brothers with that last name, so that's fine. They don't need me to carry the name. I guess the only reason why I like my last name. It's short. I'm used to it. Obviously, it's a short last name. I don't want anything long or whatever. I like it, and it's probably at this point the only real tie I have to that side of my family, to no fault of anyone's. So I guess that's why I kind of want to keep my name But I still feel like it's right, or I prefer to just take his last name. So that's going to be super weird and exciting. This is our first marriage, both, on both sides. So that's exciting. I just feel bad that we're not going to have the wedding that I know that he wants and that he deserves. But we have to, we want to get this done. We've been together for a number of years now, and actually we just hit our 6th year anniversary, and with my surgeries coming up, if I was to not wake up from this thing, or if something was to happen, I don't want to die without marrying him. And like I said, legally and financially, I just need to make sure that he's okay. So yeah, it sucks that this medical situation is kind of it's controlling the way this is coming out, the way that it's happening. But that's life. That is life. I like to plan. I like to have a goal. I like to have a certain whatever. And what I figured out in life is that every single one of those goals that I have set for myself, I've reached, but I never reached it the way that I thought I was. And it was very, very zigzag. It was not a clear path down to that. And so, you know what? I'm not going to beat myself up for it. We will make sure to have something at a later date where we can have people who we want there to be there, and which can be a very small number of people. I can care less. It's not about the quantity. It's definitely about the quality. And we have some family members that are definitely supportive of us as individuals and us as a couple, and have been very supportive and there for us through a lot. And so I really want to celebrate this union with them. And it would also be nice to meet my mother-in-law in person, because I've not met her yet. We've had video chats, so like we've seen each other, but like it's I've never physically been able to like see her, and so that'd be nice. But anyways, that is what's going on, and we will see what happens next week. So thank you for checking out my video. Thank you for listening, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks. Bye. Without a penny to my name, so very young and so afraid, no proper shoes upon my feet. Sometimes I couldn't even eat.